Hi, my name is Rob from Big Camera Workshops. What I want to talk about today is keeping your cameras safe. Now, some people want to have their camera marked up and weathered looking and beaten up, but a lot of people don't. And with the price on the new M9, it's a lot of money. You don't necessarily want to have it all marked up. So there's a few things that you can do to keep your camera from getting those marks and dings. The first thing that I would suggest is put a filter on the lens. This is the Zeiss 51.5, takes a 46mm filter. Put that on and it just gives a bit of protection for the front element and keeps that lens nice and clean, nice and safe. I also put a metal hood on top of that. Now you can get rubber hoods, some people like those. They do just as well protecting from the sun, but the metal ones, they are a little more protection physically. If you bang the camera, it'll give you a little more protection there. So the first thing you want to do is put protection on the lens with a filter. I just use a regular B+W UV filter. It's fantastic, works great. Then the hood. The next thing I do is I've put a glass cover on the LCD screen. Now I got it from B&H Photo. I think with shipping into Canada it was under $35. Adds that protection. It does change the view a little bit, but I can live with that. But it just adds a little bit of protection to that back cover and gives me a little bit more safety there. I'm not going to get it marked up. I'm not going to get scratched up. After a couple of years, if the glass cover gets marked up, I'll peel it off, put on a new one. It'll be all perfect again. So those are two things that you can do. The next thing is I've got a Mr. Zhao case on here. These are out of China, handmade, out of leather. They fit very snug. You can still see from the back, it's made exactly for the M9 or the M8. Adds you a bit of protection to it, keeps the camera from getting banged up on the bottom. It even gives you a bit of a grip here so that you can hold the camera a little bit easier. So that Mr. Zhao case just gives that much more protection. These ever-ready cases were a bit of a hassle when we shot with film. You only got 36 shots, you were peeling it off all the time. The change of film wasn't really useful. But now that we've got bigger SD cards, you can go for hours and hours without taking the case off because you're just adding more pictures to the SD card. So these ever-ready cases are pretty useful and you don't have to peel them off all the time. So that's great as well. So that just adds some physical protection to the camera body itself. Now it's still going to get marked up on the top, but I can live with that. And again, as I said, some people like their cameras marked up. They like it all kind of used looking. My cameras get enough banging just from being used, so I don't need to get them aged quicker. The most important thing that you want to have for safety is the strap. You're going to drop the camera a lot less if you've got the strap on. That's the most important thing, I would say, is put that strap around your neck and you're off to the races. Another thing I learned shooting football in Buffalo actually was never put the camera on the table. When we were at a game and you were back in the media room, they always had you put your cameras on the floor because there was nowhere for them to fall down to. So you put your camera in the bag and throw it on the floor. You couldn't get knocked off the table because it wasn't on a table. That's just the basic rule, but boy, that was sure useful there. And I think if you could, it's very useful here as well. Why let it fall off the table? Why not just put the bag over out of the way on the floor? Again, it's Rob Skeoch from Big Camera Workshops. Hope that's useful to you.